What's going on, people? This is another episode of the MMA Complex. My name is Josh.
And I'm James.
What's going on, man? Another
What's going
episode.
on? Yeah.
Another week. How are you doing?
Good. Yourself?
Yeah. Good. Good, man. So again, went back to work this week.
Oh yeah. How was that?
It's horrible.
Yeah,
I can't stand it.
No, it sucks when you like even like if I'm off 2 days in a row and I go back, it sucks. And I can only imagine like you're out for a month, right?
I was off for almost a month, about 3 weeks plus, almost a
You're
month.
going back to the grind and
I know.
got to deal with people because
And
you were customer service. So
yeah, it wasn't
go through BS.
It wasn't easy, man. I mean, it's not. It was harder than it should have been because there's just a lot of like miscommunication. This is horrible. It was like made my little things that made my whole week like that much more difficult. And I was glad. Last couple of days I've been off. I was waiting for it. I couldn't wait.
Oh, by the way, and Happy New Year! It's our first episode of 2018.
Happy New Year to everybody! 2018 first episode.
Yeah, and then we started the year right. Remember, we're going to Bellator next weekend.
Yeah, I'm excited. Yeah, it's a great way to start out the new year. You know what I mean? It was a great way to end the new year. We had a great episode, good year. But I think this year is going to be even better. Starting it off with a big event, Bellator next weekend, and a whole host of other fights coming up in the next couple of months. So we're looking forward to it. It's going to look like a good year already.
Yeah, I'm really excited because it's the premiere of the Grand Prix.
Yeah.
Was it Grand Prix or it's the heavyweight tournament, right?
Heavyweight.
I guess you can call
tournament. Is it a Grand Prix? I think it's called.
No, it's for the title, right? It's for the Vega title.
Heavyweight tournament. Chael Sonnen, Rampage, kicking it off.
Since it's the first one, like all the big names are going to be there, like Fedor and whatnot.
Yeah.
So
I'm excited.
Well, yeah. Well, he's scheduled to be in one of the fight weeks.
Yeah.
So God, I seen Fedor.
I'm excited. I can't wait.
Yeah, I know.
I'm like next weekend's going to be so badass. Next week because there's a bunch of events like like the press conferences and stuff like that. But damn, I'm excited.
Yeah,
I'm super excited for it. It's gonna be awesome. There's gonna be so many people there. It's Roy McDonald, Douglas Lima, Chael Sonnen, Rampage. Who else is on the card? Aaron Pico's gonna be on the card. Right?
Yeah.
Who else? There's a bunch of other fights.
Yeah, a bunch of other fighters. It's a great card. I'm kind of
at the Forum.
Yeah, our Forum is beautiful, especially the actually there is awesome.
Yeah.
But I'm kind of like nervous to interview both Chael and Rampage. Rampage because he can be a dick. He can be like He's not the greatest person to talk to sometimes.
Yeah.
Depends what kind of mood he's in. And Chael, he's Chael. So
it's been a bit since we've done like a big event.
Yeah, so
like this.
We gotta like step up on our questions because Chael won't answer.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. A lot of practicing.
Yeah.
I'm thinking the way they like to do it a lot of times is not so much one-on-ones. They're gonna do a lot of press. They're gonna do a press conference, and you might catch a couple of people.
Well, they're gonna do the whole media thing where we eat lunch together.
Oh, that's
around.
That is right.
So we gotta step up our game right there because we're gonna have to talk to Rampage and Chael.
Not even that, just them. A couple other people we wouldn't even expect because last time
I'm not too worried about the other fight. I'm just worried about Chael and Rampage because who they are.
And you get that one-on-one.
Yeah, and Chael. And this is like when they're weight cutting too, so it's not gonna be fun.
It's not gonna be fun.
Yeah, so I'm kind of worried about that.
Oh no, not just Chael. I think Chael will actually entertain you if you have good questions. Rampage is very picky in terms of, and he'll like be sarcastic back.
Yeah.
To where that might be a challenge right there.
Yeah. I'm
terrified. Think about that.
I'm more worried about Rampage than I am Chael.
I think I'm more worried about Rampage.
But even with Chael, like he'll call you like a dummy, and he won't answer. He'll walk away. Well, he can't walk away, but he won't. He'll be like a very short answer kind of guy, and say, "Are we done?" kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't want that to happen. So we have to step up.
Yeah, we're gonna bring our A game. Yeah, we're gonna have to practice a couple of run throughs.
Yeah, on the way over there we'll practice. We'll do a mock interview.
Yeah. Oh man, but yeah, Bellator next weekend. I'm excited for it at the Forum, the 20th. It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, so I guess our next episode will probably just be the coverage.
Yeah, because next week, that's when the event's already coming up next week. We're gonna be so busy next week. We're gonna be pumping out content like just at the different press conferences and stuff like that. So yeah, we'll have a couple of things for everybody like next week.
It's been a long time.
Yeah. Since we've done like one of these things, and thank you to Bellator, and we're looking forward to it, man. It's gonna be awesome. Yeah.
I'm pumped up already.
Check out, subscribe on the YouTube channel because there's gonna be a lot of stuff on there.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff on the YouTube channel.
A lot of content.
Like it's been quiet the past couple of weeks, right? Aside from like the Cyborg and
And
Holly Holm fight.
Yeah, usually like after the New Year's,
quiet.
it's really quiet.
Yeah.
After the holidays, and then starting next weekend, the UFC goes on a 2 month of having an event every weekend for the next 2 months, a 2 month stretch, which is insane.
Yeah.
A fight card every weekend for the next 2 months.
Yeah, we thought they were going to slow down maybe in 2018. No,
it's gonna. Yeah. I think once the new fight deal for the TV.
Yeah.
I think that's hopefully it's gonna change because
that comes up what
stuff.
2018 is the last year of their contract, right? So
Fox,
so at the end of next year, they're going to really figure out.
I think next week for Bellator is their first event with Paramount.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
They're I think Spike is redoing their whole channel with Paramount. So
Paramount Studios, nice.
We're gonna have some executives from Paramount at the fight. Yeah. So I think this coming event is the first event with Paramount. So they're gonna redo the whole intro. First event without Jimmy Smith.
First event, which most like I don't know if this is gonna be his first event, but Big John McCarthy. Let's talk about that right now.
Yeah.
Because Big John McCarthy is joining the commentary team.
Yeah.
No Jimmy Smith, replaced by Big John.
Yeah, I mean, I think if you're not gonna have an ex-fighter do commentary, I think the second best thing is to have someone that was in there, a referee with the knowledge that McCarthy brings, all the experience in UFC 1,
and a good talker.
Fights, yeah, and
very knowledgeable.
I mean, like we've been in the room with Big John when he was teaching the class for when we went to do our mock judging. Yeah, the guy is very knowledgeable. Obviously, he knows the stuff. He also competes himself and he trains himself. So
yeah,
I think he's the second best thing. Not having an ex-fighter, but have someone like John McCarthy.
Yeah, and I mean, just as an MMA fan, for us to know Big John and for Big John to know us is just surreal.
And to play around with us is crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. Like we see him when we shake his hand, he knows us. He's like, "Hey, what's up, hello, blah blah." It's just crazy. It's been there since day one.
I mean,
it's Big John.
Yeah, exactly. And not just that, but just having fighters in general come up to us. Like when you, I always compare it to like a giant Laker fan interviewing Kobe on a daily basis. It's like that. It's insane.
It really is. But Big John, I think he'll do well. He's a good talker, very knowledgeable. I mean, he can talk for a long time. He's a great talker. He's very knowledgeable. He's a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's been around since forever, and I think he'll be good. He'll be good.
I think so too.
Yeah, I'm wondering if this is his first event, or if this is going to be his first event. I don't know if he's going to start off right away.
I don't know, but like, I'm curious to see what Jimmy Smith lands. I think him in the UFC would be awesome.
I think he might go to the UFC. I think it's. I mean, all the rumors and all the hints. It looks like that's where he's going to go.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised.
There was an aerial show I think last week or this past Monday.
Did you see him on Rogan's?
Yeah,
Rogan's.
Yeah. The whole thing, but with Ariel, he went more. He said it without saying it. The UFC's next round.
It's crazy. It's gonna be crazy. I mean, I think he'll be good. I mean, yeah, there'll be two Rogans. That'll be interesting to see both him and Rogan on the same broadcast team. That'll be crazy.
Yeah. Well, I think since Rogan's doing less shows, I think he might fill in the gap.
Yeah.
And they might just pair him up with different guys, see what chemistry he has the best with.
Yeah.
Because they have a lot of guys that he can work with.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I think he'll be good. I think he'll be good with UFC, and I think the move for Big John is going to be good. And yeah, Big John's going to retire. He's actually officially retiring from officiating, going full-time commentating, which is pretty crazy.
I mean, good for him. I mean, he's probably getting paid more doing commentary than he does refereeing.
Oh yeah.
He's done it all as far as being an official. Yeah. He's seen it all. So why go through all that stress when you can just watch many fights and become a fan? I mean, as an official, he has to be somewhat biased. I mean, same thing with the commentary too. He has to be biased, but I'm assuming it might be. It's a lot easier to commentate than it is to
less pressure.
Referee.
Yeah. Less pressure. I mean, it's a different kind of pressure, I think. But I think it's more from he could be a fan. He can just talk about what he knows and what he sees. It's going to be interesting. I like it.
Yeah.
It'd be interesting if he's gonna do it that first event. I'm curious as to see. But I think overall, lately the past couple of weeks, there's been some good news. Some crazy news, some a couple good matchups. You have Frankie Edgar, Max Holloway, official.
March, right?
Yeah, and that event is has been officially
222, I
set
think
up.
it is.
222. Yeah, and he's also Max Holloway is also in a movie that's coming out this weekend. I think uh, something Thieves. I forgot what it's called. God. But he's in a movie. He's making a cameo in a movie. He's in the trailer and everything, which is pretty
crazy.
cool. But what do you think about this matchup? People are saying I think Max Holloway is the favorite. Do you put him as a favorite against Frankie?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, considering the tear that he's been on, and considering that he finished Jose Aldo, someone that Frankie lost to via decision
Twice.
twice, yeah.
Yeah.
And Max Holloway kind of just it seemed like it was pretty easy for him to get through Jose, and just the fact that the confidence he has and the kind of run that he's been on. He's been on a tear since winning the title, or before winning the title too. He was on a streak, and I think Frankie Edgar, like Uriah Faber and Benavidez kind of struggles with the champions, and
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be the same story. I think I see Max Holloway actually finishing Frankie Edgar, but it's one of those dream fights that I'm excited for.
I'm excited
But I
for.
think Max Holloway is gonna not only beat Frankie, but I think he's gonna finish him.
I think he might stop him. I think he has a good chance to stop him,
Yeah,
especially if he stopped Jose Aldo twice.
yeah.
I mean, I know
He
this
has a
MMA
chin.
math it doesn't really make sense a lot of the time, but I mean, he's got the skills to do it. And if anybody can put Edgar away, I think it would be Max Holloway.
Yeah, and like it would just solidify his legacy. At featherweight, beating arguably the best two guys
Yeah.
in the division.
And it's easy to root for Max because he's such
Yeah,
a
he's awesome.
nice guy, talented, super talented,
He's
and
young.
not a douchebag.
Not at all.
Not
Which
at
I
all.
love.
Super humble and
He welcomes challenges.
yeah,
He's not trying to fight uh, champions of his divisions. He wants to stay in
yeah,
his own division and clean out the division.
yeah, yeah. So I
He's kind
mean,
of old school that way.
I like the fight. And I'm not surprised that he's the favorite. I don't think it's an easy fight. Frankie is never an easy fight, but
No.
I like the matchup. I think it's a good one. Another matchup that's being thrown out there is instead of Chris Cyborg fighting Megan Anderson, which she wants to fight Megan Anderson, which I think makes the most sense. They want to put her against Amanda Nunes in a super fight, champion against champion. Um, do you agree with this fight? Do you think it'll happen?
I don't agree because I think Cyborg should stop fighting 135 pounder. And she's never fought a true 145
Yeah.
fighter. I think Holly Holm was the closest that she's fought, and that was a pretty good competitive fight. Although I think Cyborg would completely destroy Megan Anderson. I think having a true 145 pounder fight Cyborg kind of puts that belt um
Makes it more legitimate.
yeah, legitimate. There you go. Fighting the 135 or I don't know. It's kind of
It's kind of getting old already.
It's kind of getting old already. And then Nunes is so smaller than Cyber. I think Cyber would just demolish.
I think so too.
Nunes too.
Yeah, I think so too. I mean, her Cyborg's cardio is she doesn't get tired. I've seen her in her kickboxing matches, and I mean, she went like full 3 minute rounds with Joanna Bars, who's like one of the best in the world, and that was a brutal fight. And for both of them, Cyborg got caught a lot, but she went the whole 5 rounds and made it a really competitive fight, and didn't tire once, didn't slow down once, and I think that's always been Amanda's Achilles heel is her cardio. And the fact that she's so much bigger and stronger, I think,
I think Amanda is really on that one punch power.
Yeah, she has that. She has the ground, but I think.
But Cyborg is just too smart and too big.
Yeah, and whatever Amanda does good, I think Cyborg does better, and she's bigger. And she's a bigger girl. If Invicta and Strikeforce or Elite XC or any of those, if they were able to give Cyborg matchups at 145, I don't see why the UFC struggles.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe a lot of times it seems like they're not really committed to the 145-pound division, but obviously it's her division. The division is built around her. There's obviously stars out there, fighters for her, but For some reason, they don't want to put the trigger on the division.
And I think
it hurts with the belt.
Yeah, and I think they underestimate the star power of Cyborg. I don't think they believe in.
She has. I mean, she has so much power.
Yeah,
Star power. Remember when
star
we see
power.
her?
Mm-hmm.
And
People
the whole
love.
place was
People
like
love
it was
her.
packed and it was so loud.
I don't think
Yeah,
they
Orange County
realize.
loves her. Yeah.
I don't think they realize it, and I don't think they realize her power, like her drawing power over here in like California and LA and all that. Because this is where like her people are. Like she's been here for a while. Um, I think it's. I don't think they realize it. I think they need it. They feel they need a. They put her against these well-known 135ers because they want to draw, one of their on their pay-per-views. They want to draw more views, but I don't think you need it. I think people want to see Cyborg and against
they do
whoever.
They do it just for to have a title match.
So
they can sell a title match on the pay-per-view.
Yeah, but I don't think you need another
no,
big
not
name
at all.
against her.
I mean, I think Cyborg's a promotional, dream come true. I think like you can promote her as a monster, this one of the best female fighter of all time.
Yeah,
they can do so much for her in Brazil and California.
She sells herself.
And she changed a lot in her personality. She's beloved by the fans, and the fact that she fights the way she does is just it's gold right there for the UFC. But for some reason, they don't want to pull that trigger.
Yeah, they don't want to commit to her, and they don't want to commit to the division. But I think it's a mistake. I think you can easily create a division around her, and people would want to see her against anybody.
Yeah.
Even if it's competitive, not competitive, even if it's not competitive, that's where people want to see. They want to see her smash other girls.
Yeah.
So it doesn't mean you have to give her tomato cans, but just give her 145ers, legit 145ers, and just put her on the card. People will see it no matter what.
I think use that title too.
Yeah. I think that's a thing that UFC is missing, and then there's a lot of areas that I think UFC is missing in a lot of ways. I think especially with like Stipe, who is really pissed off at the fact that they're promoting Francis so much more, and kind of forgetting about him in the process. I don't know. What do you think about Stipe and?
Yeah, I mean it's unfortunate. Issues? I mean he's a heavyweight champ. He's done the exact same thing that Francis is doing, is knocking out his opponents in the first round. But Stipe, he's not brash at all. He someone has a dad bod, and like you see Francis, Ngannou, who's fairly young. He looks like a comic book hero. He's African American. He has that look. He like you look at him, he looks like a heavyweight champion of some kind of sport. And then like he's pretty much the poster boy of the new drink, the new whatever supplement drink that they signed with Kobe.
Yeah.
They're doing. I mean, they're talking about his punching power is like getting hit with like a truck, which is absurd. But I feel bad for Stipe, because Stipe has done exactly the same thing that Francis is doing. I think Stipe is a more rounded fighter. I think he's more likable than Ngannou. And I just feel bad because I think Stipe is not even happy with his contract. He's a heavyweight champion. He said it again that they negotiated his contract, but he's still not really happy with it. But he's just fighting because he needs to fight. But it's unfortunate.
Yeah, I think UFC's kind of it is unfortunate they're not really promoting him all that much, and even though he's kind of sat out most of 2017. I think they failed in a lot of ways in not promoting your heavyweight champion and putting him out there. And I know it's up to Stipe to really promote himself in a lot of ways, but he can only do so much.
Right.
And then now he has a big fight. He's finally a title fight, and it's all about Francis. It's all about this big monster that's coming out of
the wrong man.
Yeah, and knocking out guys, and it's the same guys that Stipe beat. If not, he beat more of the elite of that division than Francis. But Francis is getting a lot of the love, and he's living and training over at the UFC gym.
Yeah,
and just eating air for free, basically. I mean, that's a awesome deal. He's eating for free, training for free, workouts, nutritionist, everything.
But the promo for 220 is it's really like Rocky Four-ish, like it shows Ngannou, with all the science thing on him when he's running the treadmill with all the wires.
Yeah,
and you see Stipe just doing a normal workout.
Yeah.
It's really like Rocky versus what's his name?
Um,
Before. Anyways, the Russian.
the Russian guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, I hope I'm rooting for Stipe, and I mean, if Stipe beats Ngannou convincingly and he doesn't get the love from the UFC, then I don't know what will.
I exactly. I don't know. I don't know what will, but hopefully we'll see how this fight goes. Hopefully it comes through and the matchups gets made. I mean, the matchup's made, but actually nobody gets injured. It's all there. I'm really excited. It's the same night as Bellator next week.
Yeah, it sucks.
Yeah, it sucks. We're gonna miss it. I have to catch the replay after.
Yeah,
Yeah.
or I'm probably gonna stream Periscope on my
Yeah,
phone.
we'll just have it there. Shush, no one knows it. Right, and so 2018, we're starting off the year. What do you think? And you're off the top of your head, and we haven't really talked about this and planned it out in terms of discussing. But what do you think is going to be the big storylines of the year? Do you think it's going to be, like
Oh,
I don't know, ratings? Do you think it's going to be doping? Do you think it's going to be
I
free
think the
agents
biggest
again? What do you think?
I think the biggest story might be the TV deal that the UFC lands. I think that's gonna say a lot, or it's a very important deal
Yeah.
as far as UFC content goes, as far as how many cards they're gonna do. It affects um, their business in a big way. So I think the TV deal is gonna say a lot for the rest of the year.
I think so too. I think TV deal, hmm, big storyline. I think I don't know. I don't know. I'm trying to think of what's a big storyline that's going to come out 2018 that we're like normally we have a lot of some things that come up now. Mm, I don't know. What's another thing? I'm trying to think of what's a good 2018 storyline.
Besides the UFC TV deal, maybe
I mean, free agency was last year. There was a lot of free agents. I don't see anybody else, any big names leaving right now.
no. I think that's become a norm as far
Yeah,
as fighters leaving the UFC.
yeah,
I think last year was a big thing, and then it's become like any other sport. When you're
yeah.
not happy, you kind of just jump the ship. So I don't know, maybe
Conor,
to see the progression of Bellator and where they go with
I
Paramount.
think so too. Yeah, both companies are going against, they're having new owners, new
Mhm.
TV deals. The landscape is a big year in terms of the future
Yeah,
of the sport and for these two companies. Another one is I think the future of Conor McGregor.
hmm
What's going to happen with him, when he's going to show up, if he's going to show back up in MMA, who he's going to fight, how he does against the guys that he has lined up
mm
at this now because they're probably the toughest that he competition that he's going to fight. He's
hmm
burned through the rest, but these couple of guys like Khabib and Ferguson
Man, I
are
think if
tough.
Khabib gets Conor to the ground, I think he's gonna just murder him.
I mean, look at what he did at Barbosa. I
Yeah,
mean, just destroyed
it
him.
made him look easy.
Yeah. I mean,
Imagine if
Barbosa was
Conor
so
gets his,
frustrated.
yeah, if he gets a hold of Conor.
Yeah.
That's a
Um,
big if, but if he does, because Khabib leaves himself open a lot for
yeah,
punches. He gets hit a lot.
he does.
But if Khabib can get that fight on the ground, I think he just murks Conor.
Yeah. Because Khabib eats shots in order to get close.
hmm
And, you know,
It takes one shot from
it's a,
Conor.
yeah, it takes one shot from Connor. And yeah, Barbosa wasn't able to do anything, but he's a different kind of striker. He relies a lot on kicks, range.
Well, but Russell landed some good liver kicks that
Yeah, he
takes
did.
no, the other fighters can't take, and he took those kicks. But
But Connor's a different type of
yeah,
striker. Like it's
he's been there.
different.
He's been in there with Mayweather, so that
Yeah.
completely changes everything.
And he's got that one shot knockout power, which is
There's
not a
always
lot
a
of guys have.
possibility of Khabib getting that takedown if he does.
Oh, I think it's
I
a
don't
big
see.
possibility. I think that's probably the more
Yeah,
likely. I think that's a more likely
I don't see
scenario.
Conor getting up from him on top.
No, yeah, I don't see it. Just the way he beat him
Smothers
up,
you.
man. Just the way he beat up Barbosa was just like just shut him down completely.
Yeah.
Shut him down. So I think that's a big thing. Zuffa boxing. I know, he's Dana's really pushing that. See how that goes. Even though he's not going, he's not he's not in good relations with guys from Showtime. Which, if he plans to get into boxing, he's gonna have to
I think
have good relationships.
I think Dana was like completely shutting down the numbers for Mayweather
Yeah.
and McGregor, which is kind of dumb. I mean, why would Showtime lie about the numbers?
Yeah, and then their numbers are coming from I think Dana's
North
trying to pump.
America.
Yeah, he's trying to pump it up and just he's talking about everything from illegal streaming to you name it.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe I'm sure he's right, but when we're looking at just the numbers itself from Showtime's perspective, yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, why would Espinoza lie about that? Yeah, I mean, if he wanted to, he can make up the numbers and just.
And Dana said he's never doing business with Showtime ever again.
That's going to be tough because if he wants to get into boxing, they're a big entity in terms of boxing. They put on a lot of big fights, so, and they have a lot
but
of
if
fighters.
Dana can get those fighters to Zuffa,
yeah,
it's gonna be crazy. I don't know.
Crazy.
Boxing's confusing.
Boxing is confusing because there's so many. It's not.
There's so many promotions out there.
So many promotions. Yeah, so I think that for me, I think those would be a big storylines to see what plays out. Want to get the fight picks? We have a couple of fights this weekend. Some good ones. LFA this weekend in Costa Mesa. LFA 30 is this weekend. Access TV. Make sure you guys catch that. Invicta FC 27 in Kansas City. Make sure you guys catch that. Sarah Kaufman is making her return to Invicta. And then you have UFC Fight Night 124, Stevens versus Choi.
It's a great card.
Superboy.
That card is really good.
It is a good card. Yeah, look at that. I'm looking at the whole card right now. Jessica I's on there.
Mm-hmm.
Thiago Alves.
I think
James Krause.
not Tiffany, but
Paige Van Zandt.
Paige Van Zandt.
Yeah, Jessica Rose Clark. Yeah, Darren Elkins versus Michael Johnson. You have Emil Meek versus Kamaru Usman. Kicking off the main. I think Usman's a favorite, but both of these guys are bangers. So who do you have?
Usman.
Usman. Yeah, he's one of those guys in the division that like everybody doesn't want to fight. He's like one of those guys, and same with like Darren. What's his name? Till. Yeah, he's one of those guys where it's just scary. The future of the division, I think. Jessica Rose Clark, Paige Van Zandt.
I'm gonna go Clark.
You go Clark. I think I'm gonna go Clark too. My instincts say Clark too. I know Paige is, she's on a good roll, but I don't know.
She's been out for a long time.
She's been out for a while, and I think Rose is gonna probably try to capitalize on this opportunity. Vitor Belfort, Uriah Hall. I think is this Vitor's retirement fight? Is this his?
It should be. Jesus.
Yeah, I think this one or his next one, or I think he might want to retire in Brazil. I don't know if this is his last one, but if it is, against Uriah Hall.
I'm going with Hall.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna go with Hall too. I mean, how can you go with Vitor nowadays? It's like he's a shell of a man who he once used to be. Plus he's like 40 and off TRT and he's now
it's post TRT.
Yeah, even if he was like natural all the way, it's like 40. It's like there's no Jeremy Stevens, Do-Hoi Choi.
Oh man,
this is a good one.
Do-Hoi Choi, man. I'm gonna go.
You got
He's so good.
He is. Damn, this is a.
No,
this is a tough one.
I'm so excited for this fight.
This is a good matchup, man.
Yeah, Choi's so damn good.
Choi's really good. Stevens.
I can see Choi knocking him out.
Yeah.
Or I see him finishing him.
Yeah, TKO or something like that.
TKO, yeah.
I mean, Stevens obviously has that power too. We all know Stevens has it, and he's tough as nails. But we've seen Stevens get backed up into a corner and get kind of in bad positions. I think Choi lost against his name, Cub Swanson, but that was a pretty back and forth fight right there. And Cub's
he's
Cub's hard to handle. Yeah, he's hard to handle.
Yeah, top 5 easy.
So I'll go with Do Choi. I think he might pull it off. I like Stevens in this fight, but I think the Superboy might make it a good fight and probably at least get the decision.
Yeah, I agree.
So yeah, that's this weekend. Good fights all around. Next weekend, UFC 220, Bellator 192. Looking forward to that, man.
Yeah, we'll be there at Bellator. Stay tuned.
Follow
us. We might do some live stuff on our social media. So
Yeah.
Follow that as well.
If you guys are in the area and you guys spot us,
say hello.
Say hi.
Don't be shy.
Yeah. So we'll be there.
Ladies,
looking forward to it. Yes. Yeah. What else? Yeah, that's it. Good show, man.
Yeah, I'm looking forward.
Looking forward to
2018 and Bellator for sure.
Exactly. So we'll see you guys all next week. Until then, my name is Josh. Go to themmacomplex.com for everything. The MMA Complex.
Yeah, follow us on social media, especially next weekend. Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, all
YouTube.
And YouTube, all on the MMA Complex. If you guys haven't subscribed on any of that, be sure to get on it because we're going to have loads of content coming up for you next week.
Yeah. Super Rare Fight Shop. Opens this weekend. The LA store opens off of Melrose.
It's a great store. If you're a fight fan, go there and shop.
Great guys. Super Rare Fight Shop. Check them out. Follow them on social media. This weekend, the grand opening, 13th. Awesome.
Yeah. And Happy New Year. You know, the women came on for Raw, so Happy New Year to all you guys, and stay tuned because great things are coming in 2018. So until then, enjoy the fights and enjoy your week.